Hi, this is Gaia van Horik from Antwerp. I would like to take you through some of my work that I've done. I've been working at Scania, which is a truck manufacturer in Europe and also globally, but not in the United States. This is a visual that I've been using to put people in a different mind frame because Scania was a traditional OEM and we needed the company, but as well as our customers, to see us much more as a service provider than an OEM. Well, Scania landing on the moon kind of. This is also a visual that I liked and that I've used in different campaigns because people are sometimes resistant towards data and technology and changing their behavior and the way they work. And this basically sums it up. If systems are not making life easier for the users, then I don't think it will ever work. This is another one from Scania. I like to use the logo type and put it in a different place than where people expect trucks. This was used because we were working on our sustainability reputation, and this was a way to show that we care as a company about more than just trucks and fuel. This is a report that I was part of the team. So here we did an industry deep dive and we also shared this information, and this was used as like a white paper. I'll just take you through some of the slides. And here we also connected a lot of activities to like presentations that we joined and events and congresses and training and education. And sometimes I would also present the Scania case. This is just a picture to show that I'm not only working and loving digitally, but sometimes just need a pen and a paper. This was a whiteboard. Well, I guess this is also possible online, of course, but sometimes mind mapping can be very helpful. This is a example of how free publicity can work both online and offline. We had a tons of publicity through when we launched the new model of the Scania. It took a Scania to be the Scania is one of the titles we got from the journalists that we involved early on by giving them more information than the public. This is an example of how we used to work in the Benelux organization when I came back from the head office in Sweden. Oh, sorry. And then we heavily focused on online media, and that also brought us closer to a more mature content strategy. And this is an example of one. So here we're using Facebook about 2 years ago, and we did a video about Dana. She's a driver, and this was viewed 37,000 times, which is good for Holland. We don't have that many people speaking Dutch, and there was a lot of interaction on that. And this was also, of course, shared on different platforms. And we did this for two reasons. We did this to show that Scania is more than tough guys, and on the other hand, we know that transporters, the target audience, the clients, need a lot more drivers than there are there today, and there are very few female drivers, so that's why we were promoting the female drivers that we have. And this is another example where we connected online and offline content. We did a test and drive in the Netherlands, and then we did a movie about our first weekend when there was another weekend coming up where people who were interested could sign up for the event. And we drove quite a lot of traffic. It was shared 63 times, which means that we reached a lot of the peers from our target audience. This is a more recent case. This is for Krane Michielsens. It's a crane company in Belgium. They're renting out telescopic cranes. And here I used the lead function to actually launch a recruitment campaign because Michielsens is a B2B company and we don't really need that many leads through online as our target audience knows us. So it's much more important that we can impress them with our service level and with the right people. So here you can see how I use the lead generator for candidates who can work as a crane operator. And this was the post that was most viewed and engaged with in the month of September in Belgium. We had some of the cranes stolen, and then I created a crisis content calendar, so to say, about this case. And with the help of all our Facebook followers, we actually received some very important information, and we also found our cranes back. So we actually got them back before they were shipped to another continent. And as you can see, we reached over 500,000 people, and that created a lot of awareness in the marketplace about Michielsens and about how much we value our cranes and also the people that work with the cranes, because they would basically lose their job if we would have not regained the cranes. And then I have a last case that I want to show you, that before I was into B2B, I was working in childcare organization, and there I set up content strategy where we were actually engaging from the moment people register until they actually come and bring their child to daycare. So we used a lot of nice and clean pictures where we really try to show that we see the children, and we also created some contact points. For example, we sent them a card to tell them congratulations with their pregnancy, please keep us posted. And then if we would get the information, the actual birth date and the name, which was important for us to receive the client when they would come the first time, and not to have baby McLaren expected due date certain month. And that actually helped a lot and also optimized our planning a lot. So this is a flyby of the things I've been doing and the things I've been creating, of course, together with other people. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you so much, and looking forward to hear from you.